Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. I'm gonna try something different this episode. It's something that I want to actually do it on stage. Like, I actually want to do improv comedy on stage. I don't know, that's just something that, I don't mind writing down my jokes, but overall, I think it'd probably be best if I did wrote them down instead of trying to improv it, because if I gotta do multiple takes of videos and podcasts, because that's usually how I do stuff. I don't write down scripts. I don't write down all my videos and things. I think I maybe rare occasions. It's super rare occasions. Now with my podcast, I have to and things, because it's I want to make this legit. I went buy the whole notebook for it and stuff. I bought a notebook strictly for podcasting. I haven't wrote down anything else in this notebook. And it's I was going based off of what I wrote down. I was going okay, this episode I'm gonna talk about this. The next episode I'm gonna talk. Now I'm at this point I'm just saying whatever. This right now when I'm doing this wasn't even written down. I was actually supposed to do a podcast about who killed Tupac. That's just out the window. I'm gonna still do that podcast. That's gonna probably be the next one, but yeah, I was nah, man, I gotta do some improv comedy. I gotta crack some jokes about some things. I've been recently inspired. All right, I've been recently inspired by Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, and DC Young Fly. And I know probably there's gonna be people all okay, only normal name that sound, that's an actual name is Carlos Miller. No, but those three guys, they're from Nick Cannon's TV show Wild and Out. And they got their own podcast, but now they're doing this live stage, comedy show and things. And it was just watching it, I got really inspired. It's now I want to do that myself. I don't know, cause I honestly, this is something that I've always said, I wanted to do stand-up comedy at some point in time in my life. And I know I'm really good at improv and things, because I remember we had did this improv exercise in my high school. And it was just it was fun, just trying to it was an improv freeze tag. I couldn't even really think of a name to call it, but you be improvising something, and then somebody scream out freeze, and then they take your spot, and then they gotta go based off of however you were standing and whatever you were doing, and then try to make up something off of it. And I think I went up there a few times. I was just nah, because I was that's fun. I like that. So yeah, improv. And I think just overall, just being funny, being the entertainment, the light, that's just who I am. I always try to stand out. I don't know why, but I just do. I try to be that person that's I try to get the whole classroom to laugh. I was that kid in school. That's why I think a lot of teachers, they hated me, because they knew who I was. I ain't go, I wasn't full on bad, but I would say that I was bad. I wasn't one of these, those good kids just, walking around, not saying anything to anybody. It's just, I couldn't be one of those kids. I couldn't. Even when I remember when I moved to Federal Way, I remember I was all, what did I do? I think I was I gave away a Capri Sun to some kids or something. I don't know. I was even giving back to the kid. I don't know why I did that. Like, as like greedy as I am, like, what was I thinking? Like, as I got older, I stopped doing that. But before, I was like giving away like Capri Suns. What else was I giving away? I was giving away like lunch, like food that I got at the lunch. Like there was days where my mom was like, yeah, she made me lunch all the time, except like hot dog day. Like, yo, the hot dog at Gatewood Elementary, like them hot dogs, they used to slap. Like those hot dogs, they did something to me. I don't know what, but they were good. I know that much. I remember. I think it was hot dog day. It might have been like hot dog and breadstick day. One day at Gatewood Elementary. But this girl, that girl, she was cool. Like I remember, like after, like when we like pretty much when we got older. I can't remember exactly when, but I remember at some point in time, like I think I added her on social media and we talked, and like we just like caught up with each other. But I remember in elementary, yo, this girl, she seriously had like some like attitude, like issues and things. Like I don't want to call her crazy and things, I don't want to do that and stuff. It's just like I don't know, like I did. There's like blocks, there's like things that you can't say to a woman, and I feel like calling her crazy. Like I wouldn't want her to see this podcast, and next thing you know, like I got like, I don't know, some fast car driving at me full speed. Like I feel like I don't know. She seemed like she'll do some stuff like that. Like it'll probably be like a Volkswagen Beetle or something. Like, but she'll soup it up, and then like it's just like it's an all black Volkswagen Beetle. I won't even want to get hit. Like nah, I'm like you better buy like a Mustang or a Camaro. Like get something like, and it gotta be like an old fashioned Camaro. It can't be like, I don't know, maybe a new Camaro. But I overall just felt like, man, that's a nice car. I want to say like, oh man, that car is scary. Like that's all I'm like. It gotta be like a Dodge Challenger. Or something. Yeah, like if so, like then get like a Dodge Challenger. But I ain't gonna call her crazy, no. But anyways, it's like two different occasions with this girl though, because there was the one occasion that's where it got me upset. Because I was at the table talking with my friends, minding my own business, and I was like in a standing position, but she comes up from behind me, bumps into me, makes me like drop all my food and things. And then the part, I was just like looking at her like, what was that all about? Like, I ain't said nothing to you all day. I hadn't said anything. I don't even know what I did to make her upset. Like, that's why I'm like, okay, if she ever does see this, what did I do to you that day? Because it had to be something, alright? Because if I remember what I did, I know you remember what, but yeah, if I remember what I did to you, you have to remember what, how am I trying to say this? See, this is why I don't like saying stuff, because it's like, I don't even know. I remember what she did. She needs to remember what I did. Okay, so yeah, she just needs to remember what I did to her in order for what, like, transpired and happened and all that stuff. But anyways, back to the story. So she looks at me and was like, excuse you. That's when I snapped. That's when I was all like, alright, bet. I didn't say bet because bet wasn't a thing back in the day, but I probably would, if it had been something like today, I'd be like, alright, bet. And so, anyways, I grabbed two, like the breadstick sauce. Like, it was like I can't even think of the name of it. But anyways, I got like the breadstick sauce. Got like 2 cups of it, walked up to her, dumped both them sauces on her head. Like breadstick sauce all in her hair and stuff. I know it's like when I tell people that story, like they look at me like oh dang. Like, Tyler's crazy. Like, I made sure that stuff landed in her hair. Because, see, here's the thing. I come from a family of food addicts. We all love food. If we waste our food, we're going to be upset, alright? But if somebody else causes us to waste our foods, revenge. We gotta get revenge. So, I'm just saying, anybody in my family, if you want to test them, but I'm just saying, like, we all get revenge at some point in time. And so anyways, I remember the recess, because it was like lunch and then it was recess. So the recess teacher lady, whatever you want to call her, she came up to us and was like, what's going on and stuff. And I was all like, nah, she knocked all my food out my hand and didn't even apologize for it. So I dumped breadstick sauce in her hair. I admitted to it. I was just like, but I definitely told her why I did it and things. And I'm like, I ain't gonna just be like, oh, I dumped breadstick sauce. I'm like, no, she knocked my food out of my hand, so I did what I did. I didn't want to, it would have never happened. But it happened. So anyways, like, no, I'm still mad about that, because I'm like, I could have ate that food. All my friends was looking after she did that. All my friends was like looking at me like, what was that? What just happened? You know, like what's going on right now. And so yeah, I'm like, it's stuff like that. Like, don't mess with my food. Please just don't mess with my food. That's why I'm like, I really can't wait until I'm like in a relationship. Like, I'm living with this woman. You know, we thinking about like our whole lives ahead of us and things. I can't wait until it gets to a point in time where she eats my food, and it's gonna definitely probably like lead into an argument. Like, I don't even want it to lead into an argument. Like, if this is the woman that I love, the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, I'm like, babe, all right, because you know how I am with my Tyson chicken strips. Please let me know, all right? Because if I come home, I want Tyson chicken strips. That's what my mind is like set for. I remember there was a day where my sister, she did that. She ate, because I was like, that's was like, I think the last time when I was like sharing food with everybody. You know, like at that point in time afterwards, my food was mine, their food was theirs. Okay, they eat what they wanted, and I have my own share food. Plus, I'm a picky eater. Now, I'm a very picky eater. I don't like eating a whole lot of foods and stuff. It's crazy because I work at a restaurant. Them guys always be trying to get me to eat certain foods. And I'm like, nah, man, like I like always say like, oh, I already ate, or I'm not really hungry. You know, I just fall like, oh yeah, you know, like, all right. I'll sit there and say like, oh yeah, I'll try and things, but never do try it and stuff. I ain't like no disrespect to the person, but I just don't like trying a whole lot of different foods. You know, like I'm just afraid that I might get sick. So I hope people can understand. I'm not saying that your food causes people to get sick, but y'all just need to understand. Like, I just don't be eating a whole lot of foods and things. But anyways, back to what my sister did. This girl seriously ate the rest of the chicken strips, alright, because I think the bag was already open. She eats the rest of the chicken strips, left these two littlest chicken strip slices in there. To the point where it's like, you would have had, if you were gonna, you couldn't even make that with something. Like, that's just, it would have just been there for decorations. Like, it wouldn't even been no reason for them chicken strip to exist. That's why I was all like, no, I ain't even gonna say my sister's real name. I can't even think of like a fake name to like call her and things, like to protect her identity and stuff. But I was like, all right, sister. That's why I'm like, sister, you ate them chicken strips and left the two littlest chicken strips in there. She found it so funny, but I was so upset. I'm like sis, like I don't think you understand. You know, I have my like heart desired on eating some chicken strips. What am I gonna do with this? This ain't gonna feed me unless I'm like some giant New York rat or something. But I'm a full-grown human being. Like, how is this? What is this like? How is this gonna feed anybody? Like, you could have ate those. Like, that's just being petty. Like, that's just seriously. I almost hit her with the bro, but I'm like, nah, you my sister and stuff, so I ain't gonna hit you with the bro. But I'm like, come on now. Like, you could have ate them two little chicken strips. I didn't even want them. I was just like, the disappointment that went through my head after seeing that bag. I was just like, I don't want those chicken strips, man. Like, I can't eat that. Like, I was like, I'm gonna definitely have to have something else to eat. But I'm like, no, I don't want to do all that extra stuff. I like sit there and put them. Like, no, because if I ate it, sit down and think about this. Because it ain't like that's just something where you just pull it right out the bag and eat. No, you had to put that in the oven for about 20 minutes. I'm not going to wait 20 minutes just to take 2 bites. No, I'm not doing it. No, no. Like, seriously, put the chicken strips in my mouth and I'm done. That is not going to fill me up. So that's why I'm like, nope. Somebody else is eating that. Because I'm definitely not eating that. Somebody's going to have to force me to eat that food. But yeah, I'm like, I don't like doing that. Like, that's why I'm all like, there's times where it's like my family, they just felt like just so comfortable, like eating my food, drinking my drinks. And I'm like, dang, this is less for me, like, because I don't know, I try to, like, time it. I try to, like, eat as much of the food as I can, like, throughout the week. And then, like, you know, when it's grocery shopping day, then that's when I, like, you know, refresh. But if I don't eat it, then I'm just like, okay, I save it for next week. You know, like, I'm like a neat eater. Like a neat eater. Is that a thing? Like, I'm like, you know how like neat freaks, they try to be like all like, you know, like they clean up stuff like murderers be doing it and stuff. Like, I eat things like throughout the week. You know, like I just like try to spread it throughout the week. I mean, I guess I imagine people would do that and things, but anyways, yeah, after that was the last time my sister, she ate any chicken strips. Unless she got them somewhere else. But I was just all like, nah, like, this doesn't even make any sense to, like, leave 2 little chicken. Like, I can't really compare it to anything. But I would have to say both of those chicken strips combined will probably be the same size as half of my Galaxy phone, and I got the Galaxy S8. So yeah, both of them chicken strips will probably be like the halfway mark of a Galaxy, not a full Galaxy phone, but the halfway mark of a Galaxy phone. Both of them combined, it will be the halfway point. And I'm like, that's just not even that. At some point in time, like food like that, where it's that small, it shouldn't be edible. Like you can't eat stuff like that. So I'm all like, yeah, that's why it's like my family, we all just eat our own different foods. We all drink our own different drinks. What else? Like, yeah, we don't, unless, like, now I've gotten to the point in time where I'm all like, okay, you know what? If you're, like, really hungry and starving and stuff, yeah, have some and things, but just know, like, I'm gonna be upset about it. So that's why I'm like, just don't rub it in my face. Don't say things about it. Just eat the food. Go on about your day. That's all I want. All right. I don't want to hear about it. That's what I'm all like. It's like, if it's, if it's chicken strips, okay. But let's say if it's like my Red Bull, like you drink my Red Bull, then that's it. I remember me and my sister, we actually got into like a brother and sister, like full on. Me and my sister, we didn't really like. I mean, I feel like as we were kids, we would like swing, kick, hit each other until somebody start crying and stuff. But then it's like, as we got older, we kind of had like pushing matches and stuff. Like we'll like grab a hold of each other and we'll be just I don't even know, like I can't like really remember how we fight and stuff. We just had like some old weird fights. I remember we got into like the room that I'm currently in right now. We got into a fight over this room. But no, I remember she hit my Red Bull and I was just like, yo, sister, where's my Red Bull? All right, like where is it? She's like, I ain't telling you. So I started chasing her. And I was like, we just gonna pretty much get into this like pushing and shoving, matching things until it's like, somebody goes down. But yeah, it was like eventually I think it was like in a cabinet or something. But I was just all like just don't. I was like, don't touch my stuff. Like just seriously, don't touch my stuff. It got to the point where we wasn't even touching each other's things. Like we seen it, we'll reach around it. Like we won't even like grab it to move it out the way. We will reach around it. We would spend the time reaching around something instead of just moving that one thing out the way. Like, yeah, that's why it's like we just leave it, And then it's like, that's another thing, like they give us like time frames and stuff. Like I feel like, cause there's times where I'm like, I kind of just like wait until I don't have like, so like for an example, Krispy Kreme donuts, all right? Cause we all got like our own share of Krispy Kreme donuts and things. So it'll get down to like maybe me, cause I'll be the last one. Cause I'm trying to eat on other foods that's there. Like I want to like save that and for like in case of an emergency or something. But Krispy Kreme donuts, like, no, it's like you gotta eat those donuts like within the first like 2 days or something. It kind of got like a McDonald's fries type thing. After a while, like if you let some Krispy Kreme donuts sit, then things get hard. I mean, dang, man, like I don't know. I don't like Krispy Kreme donuts when they hard. That's why like you gotta drink it with some milk or something. I tried drinking it with a protein shake. It don't taste right with a protein shake. Like I don't know. Like I be drinking like these core power protein shakes. Like I'll eat like other protein foods with it, like some bacon or some sausage, or like one of those like bacon and egg sandwiches at Starbucks or something. But I can't eat it with like or I can't drink a protein shake with no junk food. It just don't taste right. Like I tried, I'm like, like this don't. Let me hurry up and get through this, cause I don't do that. There's food combos out there that don't work. Seriously, I'm telling you guys that right now. There are some food combos out there that don't work, and it is horrible. I tried top ramen and chocolate milk, cause that was at a point in time in my life where I despised water. Like I just flat out just hated water. I don't know why I hated water, but I didn't start drinking water until I think after I graduated from high school. I think there was a time I walked up to the store and I got me some Fiji water just to see what it tastes like. Now I'm in love with water. Like Fiji water saved my life, because I think if I wasn't drinking water today, I'd probably be having some issues. Seriously. Like I was like all throughout school. I mean, I drink apple juice. If apple juice is like a substitution for like not drinking water and things, then yeah, I was drinking a crap ton of apple juice. Like there's them like apple juice in the juice boxes, not in the bottles because they don't taste right in the bottles, but in the juice boxes, like the Minute Maid apple juice boxes. That's the best apple juice, hands down. That's seriously, that is the best apple juice, hands down. No other apple juice. Probably that, and then maybe like the apple juice at the daycare center within Gatewood, all right, my old elementary school. But because they had it like in these little sippy cups and things, and so it was like, well, I wouldn't even really say that. It was like more those like little, it was like those like medication, like that movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and they had like those little cups to take their medication when it was medication time. They had cups like that, all right. That's when it was like the apple juice. It was in those cups. And then the Minute Maid box cup thing, or not cups, but boxes, like the little Minute Maid boxes and stuff. But anyways, they should just make like one giant like Minute Maid box instead of putting it in the bottle. Like put it in the box, all right? Because they're like, no, it's possible. They just today announced that Lucky Charms is just, they're having like a Lucky Charms like just strictly marshmallows. I'm telling you right now, if I go to the store and see them, I'm buying them. Because them, like, there's times I was eating Lucky Charms just so I can just eat the marshmallows. Just so I can eat the marshmallows. Forget the cereal. Who eats the cereal? I was eating the marshmallows, alright? That's where it was like, it was, man, them marshmallows, they do something. They seriously do something. I love the Lucky Charm marshmallows. I don't like regular marshmallows, though. I don't know. Like, regular marshmallows, like, I tried. Because I was just like, oh, okay, like, I remember there was, like, a trend on YouTube. Everybody was just eating marshmallows for no reason. Like, I mean, of course, yeah, you had, like, the Chubby Bunny challenge and stuff. That challenge is dumb. I remember they had that on they had that on 1,000 Ways to Die. The lady, she ate too many marshmallows, and then, like, man, the 1,000 Ways to Die, thinking about that show made me wheezy sometimes. I would be watching that show, and man, when they start getting all deep in depth of how this person broke this, and how they died from this, and did, like, I was like, oh, man, I can't listen to this, but I still watch the show. Like, that's the crazy part about it and things. But no, I remember they had that on that show. Somebody had ate a whole bunch of marshmallows, and then they choked and died, and I'm like, that's just some dumb stuff, man. Like, that's what I was like, with these challenges, I think the only challenge that I did was the cinnamon challenge. I think that video is still up to on my YouTube channel. It was uploaded, like, I did that challenge in the middle of class. Like, I didn't even wait to, like, get home or anything. Like, no, there's these girls I would sit with and things. And it was, like, so random and bizarre. The girl, like, she went and opened up her backpack. And it was like, it was just so random. Like, we're all just sitting there talking. She just pulled the cinnamon out. It was like, hey, y'all want to do the cinnamon challenge? I'm like, she had, like, no, I'm not even playing. This girl, she had the cinnamon, the spoons. She already had a spot in the classroom where we can do it at. The teacher, she was kind of having, like, some moments and things. I think that teacher, they said she overall quit and had, like, a mental breakdown. Like, I don't know. That teacher, she was kind of weird. I remember she let her dog run loose all off up in the classroom. Dog was pooping. Like, I was like, man, how did you allow this? Like, I don't know what's up with teachers and they do that. They bring pets to the school and stuff. And I'm like, man, I feel like those are the ones where it's all like, you gotta watch out for those teachers. It takes one student to get in there and start acting crazy. That teacher is going to snap. She is going to lose her mind and go crazy. Alright, like, I remember there was another teacher, it was right back at Gatewood, she had a pigeon, or it was like, I think, it was a pigeon. You can't contain no crow. A pigeon you can, because pigeons, they kind of slow and, like, they don't really react too fast, but anyway, she had a pigeon. That thing got loose off up in the classroom and started flying all over the place. I ran outside. I said, forget this. I ran outside. You know them little window things? I'm just looking at the pigeon. I'm looking through the window while the pigeon's just flying in a circle and stuff. I'm like, I can't. No. I'm not. I'm not getting back in that classroom. You got a loose pigeon and stuff. That pigeon be pooping on people and things. I'm not trying to get pooped on by no bird. Alright? It's just like, nah, it ain't cool when, like, birds be pooping on people and stuff. Like, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. No pigeon. No pigeons for me. I'm sorry. Like, no pigeons, birds, or anything. I remember I came up a bunch of, like, geese. Like, just a whole gang of geese. And I'm like, man, I'm going to die. Like, they was like, and it was like I was walking home from school, seeing them all just chilling and things. Or actually, no, I seen the poop. I seen the poop first. And I'm like, what is this stuff? Why is it, like, a look all weird? Like, what kind of... Man, I'm like, I don't know what kind of birds these are, but they don't look right. I look to my right, gang of them, just sitting there. It was like old friends that hadn't seen each other in the longest. Like, you know how, like, old black friends, like, old black dudes, they haven't seen each other in the longest. They all just start standing around their cars, just talking. That's how they look. And they all looked at me and things, and I'm like, oh my, I hope like the head leader of this gang don't just look at me and be all like, yup, we taking home the skinny. They probably was all like, oh nah, you know, he's skinny and scrawny and stuff. He ain't got a whole lot of meat on him and things. Plus he got a weapon, my backpack. I would have been swinging. I had been screaming and swinging my backpack at the same time. Somebody would have got a show that day if them geese would decide to attack me. Because I had been running, swinging, screaming. I had been doing everything I possibly could to defend myself. Like, birds are crazy. Like, no, there's this video of this lady, she was riding her bike and a bird just, like, started doing these suicide dives on her head. Like, birds are seriously crazy. Like, I'm not scared of birds, but I'm just saying, like, birds, like, you gotta, like, why did you think they made that movie, The Birds? You think they just made that movie just for the fun of it? No. There are birds out there that just go around and be attacking people. And plus, that movie, the way that they kind of had it, they just made it seem like that. I hope they make a remake of that movie, because The Birds is actually, that was a pretty good movie. The classic one, I mean, they haven't honestly made no remake of it, but yeah, that classic one, that was it was one of those movies where you like sit down and watch and be like, dang, that's crazy. But they also have some dumb stuff in there. Like, there's like times in movies where I'm like, damn, man, how y'all live? Like, I'm like the one. So knowing The Birds, for those that haven't seen that movie, so there is a scene where they were all in the house just chilling, waiting, because there's like a million birds just surrounding them. Crows, pigeons, birds was just all over the place, man. So anyways, they were in the house chilling, and I think the one lady went upstairs. I can't remember how she ended up upstairs, but she went upstairs for some odd reason, went into this room. And there was like, I think a hole or a window or something was like in the room to where a bunch of birds was in there overall. She decides, oh, well, I'm going to put my whole body in this room. And when the birds start flying around and attacking me, instead of turning around, grabbing the door handle, opening the door and closing it, she decides that she's just going to push her body against the door and let the birds attack her. Why do people make dumb choices in movies? It's stuff like that where I'm like, man, do you guys like not pay attention to the signs? You just open up a room, a door to a room, and there's a bunch of birds in there. Why would you even step foot? I like watch that movie and make sure, because that scene's towards the end and stuff of the movie and things. But watch that movie, all right? Then she is acting all crazy, like she went temporarily insane in the movie and stuff. Because it was like, it got to the end, like she didn't want to talk. I know there's like, she walked outside. She was like, no. I'm like, listen, lady, don't start with that. Like, they need to have me in a horror movie. They seriously do. I'll be that one where I'm all like, hey, all right, because it's like, soon as she start acting crazy, like, there's always in that, like, horror movies, there's that one, like, girl that just starts acting really crazy and stuff. Like, she wants, like, she's acting insane. Like, she's not overall insane. She's just acting insane. I'm like, don't start with all of that. Please don't. Like, if it had been, like, a zombie apocalypse, and then she just starts screaming and being really loud and crying and things, I'm like, don't start with all of that. Do not start with all of that. Not right now, all right? Because we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Last thing I need is your crazy self sitting there going to put on the show, all right? You're going to attract all these zombies. I'm like, now we're going to mess around and die. Like, I've been that angry friend in, like, horror movies. Like The Birds, I've been that angry person. Like, I've been constantly complaining, constantly getting upset. I'm like, out of all the things that could have happened, we're all gonna die by getting attacked by a bunch of crows and pigeons. Like, crows and pigeons. And I'm like, first off, I have never seen that. Like, in that movie, because there is so many of them birds and stuff. There was like a whole crap ton of them at the end. And I'm thinking in my head, like, how did that many birds, you mean to tell me somehow, in some way, all the birds in the world, they just all just at this house posted up attacking these people? Like, that's something like that type of stuff where I'm all like, you serious? Like, out of all the things that could have happened, a bunch of birds is going to attack us. I'm like, you guys serious? I'm like, what we need to do, all right, we need to figure out a way, cover up our bodies, faces, all of that, all right, wear some protective goggles, and we need to start swinging on these birds, because I refuse to die by, like, pigeon or by crow. I'm not going to get killed by no pigeons and crows. That's one way I'm not going to go out. I would not want to be in a movie like that, or even in a real life situation like that. My friends, family, they're like, where's Tyler? they all start crying and things. Now, like he got killed by some pigeons and crows. Like we tried to save him, but they overall just took over and they took him out. I'm like, y'all serious? Like at that, like, no. My friends and family, if you guys hear this, all right, and it does happen. If this happens, we have a bird apocalypse, and I die by birds. Don't cry, don't be upset. Just be mad with me that I allowed that. Just be mad, be mad at me that I allowed that to happen, because I would not want to go out like that. At least in a zombie apocalypse, you know, like it's like, oh, okay, like you going up against big zombies, small zombies. I die by a bunch of pigeons and crows. Like, nah. Like, don't be all feeling bad and sorry and things. Like, if anything, as like if you guys laugh, like if you do like a little snicker and things, then I'm like, okay, you know, it's deserved. Like you know, I was the main one making a podcast talking about, like, you know, we shouldn't be out here getting attacked by birds, and I was the main one that got attacked and killed. Like, yeah, you guys do a little snicker, I seriously wouldn't be mad at you. But it's like movies like that, even the one movie, Night of the Living Dead, like, it's movies like that where you be sitting there watching how those guys act. And it's like, are you guys, like, because no, in Night of the Living Dead, and by the way, my favorite Night of the Living Dead, because there's the 60s one, and then there's the 90s one. The 90s one with the, what was that dude's name? His name is like Tony or something like that. But I know he played this Candyman, and I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that movie Candyman or heard that movie Candyman. But the guy that played this Candyman was in the, like, reboot version of Night of the Living Dead. But overall, in that movie, Night of the Living Dead, them zombies wasn't even walking. They were just taking steps. Like, them zombies, they wasn't walking, they wasn't fast, they were seriously taking steps. And then people died. It was like, overall, like, yeah, the zombies, like, busted through the house, started running all over the place. Then the one lady, she couldn't kill her daughter and things because it was her daughter and stuff. She's like, oh, I can't. Or no, it was the dad. He was all like, oh, I can't kill her. That's my baby girl. That's my daughter. I can't do it and stuff. And I'm like, no, you need to understand. That's not your baby girl. That's not your daughter. That's not little Alyssa, okay? That's a zombie. She's dead. Look at her eyes. Look at her skin. Look how she's acting. She's going around biting humans. Did your daughter do that when she was alive? Or before all of this? Like, it's that type of stuff where I'm all like, listen. Like, don't, like, if you see, like, and that's why I'm like, if any of my friends, if a zombie apocalypse does happen and you see me and things, you can't kill me, run away. Okay? But if I am running, like, if it was like some, like, I Am Legend or some Dawn of the Dead type zombies, yeah, take me out. Take me out. It's bad enough that I'm already kind of fast. Like, zombie me, like, I would just imagine, like, I'll probably be like the head leader. Like, I'm that one that's like leading like a herd, like 2, 3, 4 herds of zombies to like a bunch of people or something. And I'm like that, like, I'm just that head zombie that just takes out everybody and things. Like, I'm scared of zombie me. Like, zombie me, like, I would imagine, I'll probably be that one zombie running while all the other zombies are walking. Like, because that was like, that movie Night of the Living Dead, like, it's a good movie, don't get me wrong. Like, I can watch that movie today, no problem. But it's just like the fact that they even mentioned it in the movie. I feel like that was just the actors, like, look how slow they're walking. Like, we could just run right past them. Let me just tell you how everybody died in that movie, okay? Because I'm going to spoil it for you guys overall. Like, if you want to watch the movie, then stop watching this podcast. Go buy the movie somewhere and, you know, watching and things. But anyways, or, like, if it's streaming somewhere, you could do that too. Because it's like, I don't know. But you got to, like, choose a certain streaming site and things. But anyways. The one guy, so it starts off with the girl and their brother visiting, I think it was their mom or something. The brother dies because he gets into a fight with a zombie and bangs his head on a tombstone. Then the guy's sister, she runs to this house, meets all these different people. So I don't know how it went down to 61, but I know in the 90s one. So the 1-2 couple, they died by blowing up their truck. Then I think, wasn't there some other people? Then then the family, the one with the daughter, the zombie daughter. So the mom, she goes up against the wall crying like, no, this ain't my daughter. Allows her zombie daughter, bites her in the neck. And then, yeah, the mom dies. And then the dad, he gets into a shootout with the Candyman guy. And then, yeah, the Candyman guy, he locks himself in the basement and things. And then eventually turned into a zombie. The only person that lived was the girl from the beginning. And her brother turned into a zombie. Or he overall turned into a zombie. But the one who her brother had hit his head on the tombstone. So pretty much everybody died. Pretty much everybody had died. And it was like the one like girl that was like, oh, you know she's gonna die. She ends up living. And I'm like, that's the type of stuff where I'm like, y'all serious? Like, these guys had weapons, they were strong, they were powerful, they all ended up dying. How? Like, nobody's like, man, like, they let me write like a horror movie. Everybody is living. Everybody is living. It might get some close calls. I might have people sitting on the edge of their seat. But no, the people ain't going out like that. Like, people are not going out like that. That's why I was like, they need to let me write like a horror movie. They seriously do. Like, it'll be like a serious horror movie, but with some real life black people. Like, it'll be some like real life black people. There's like the one guy, I think I might have mentioned this before in the podcast, but I know there's a one movie, Night of the Living no, not Night of the Living Dead, the movie I was just talking about. No, but Night of the Demons. And that was like one of my favorite childhood movies. Only seen, well, I mean, I've watched it. But I was like, as a kid, only seen half of it. Because the first half is just nothing but teenagers just having sex. Why they had that in the movie, I don't know. But that's just annoying. When I got, like, as a kid, you got to constantly, like, turn your head. Or your mom's looking at you all like, close your eyes. Turn your head. Close your eyes. Turn your head now. Wait a second. Close your eyes. Turn your head. Like, constantly saying that to me. I'm like, man, I can't wait for something to happen in this movie so I can stop doing all of this. But anyways, there's a black guy in that movie. He needs to represent every black person in horror movies today. He needs to. Because it's like, man, I'm telling you, that black guy, he was the realest black person I've ever seen in horror movies. He was. He seriously was. No, because it was funny. It got to a point where he was being ambushed like by the demon people and stuff. And the one girl must have made him nervous because she was like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And he was like, you won't get me. He takes off running full speed, does a barrel roll out the window, and was gone. That was me. That is me. Okay, I don't care if I cut myself up. I don't care if I hurt myself. I am not dying by demon people. They probably wouldn't have seen my character. They had seen him like the first half. Alright, then once some crazy stuff started happening, I'm like, look, somebody give me the keys. Give me the keys, because I'm not staying here, alright? I'll walk if I need to. But, hey, I'll get there quicker. Somebody give me the keys to their car. I'll drive safe. I'll do everything possible. But I'm not staying in it. I think it was like a funeral home. Like, I'm like, let me, like, just exclude, like, the horror movies and stuff. If any of my friends, if you guys ask me to spend the night at a funeral home, okay, we ain't getting paid, we're not on no TV shows, we're just doing this for the fun, I probably would stop being your friend. I probably would stop being your friend. Because obviously you've lost your mind. And my phone just went off. Why is my phone going off? Oh, people starting it early. They starting to go, my birthday is tomorrow. So people, they just wishing me a happy birthday. Yes, I was born on August 10th. Funny story about that before I just get into like the whole just like horror movie thing or like exclude or just telling like the whole like funeral. All right, no. Let me talk about this first. Now I'll talk about my birthday and all of that stuff. But anyways, yeah, it's like I thought you had lost your mind asking me a question like that. Like, it's like, that's why I'm like, with some of those horror movies and things, where they all like them teenagers be wanting to go out in the middle of the woods and start having sex and stuff. I'm like, we can't do this, like, at no hotel, like, in the middle of downtown Seattle where there's people. Like, like, we ain't gotta do this in, like, no haunted house, no haunted building or something. Like, no, we could just do this in the freaking Caesar's Palace in the middle of Las Vegas. Like, we gotta, like, go out of our way to put ourselves in danger and things. Like, taking ourselves away from the world. Like, no, y'all want to do this. Now I'm like, you know what? No, I'm like, me and my girl, we're going to a hotel out in the middle of downtown, okay? And we making sure, like, yeah, we ain't gonna get killed by Jason or Freddy or zombies or pigeons or crows or whatever is out there lurking and waiting for us to make one wrong move. But I'm not doing it, alright? Nope, I ain't doing it. But anyways, yes, August 10th, special day for me, my birthday. It's funny about that because my mom, she said that when she was pregnant with me. So it was funny because she said, yeah, pretty much my birthday, August 10th. So she said she woke up, getting her to make herself a big old breakfast, all right? And I think she already had got started or something. I don't know. But I think she did get started. But she had to go to the bathroom. That's when her water decided to break. I was like, and it's just funny because I'm like, there's so many times when she's about like now today where she's about to do something and I ask him like, hey, can you do this real quick? Like I think that's just like, I had to sense that. I had to see that or something in order for me to still like continue on. That's been happening to her whole life though. She's about to do something or she's halfway through something and then somebody just comes in and ruins it all. I think she said that's how she met my dad. She was cleaning the stairs to her aunt, my great aunt's house. And my dad, he came walking up the stairs and was like, of course, you know, shoes, dirty, stairs, clean. That's going to be a bad combo. But yeah, my mom's whole life. Always. Somebody was like, just stepped in the middle and ruined something and things. And I'm like, man, that's just messed up. Like, I just like, man, overall, like, I don't know. Like, I want to like, have like some funny story to tell, like, you know, my kids and things, like how I like met their how I met their wife. I don't even like, man, that's what I was getting ready to say and things. How I met my wife, their mom, like that's what I was trying to say, but blending in all the words and things, it just don't sound right. But anyways, yeah, I want to have some funny story. I don't want to have like, I know that's what my mom was saying because we were watching TV today and there was this guy, he had like this like funny proposal. He had his wingman throwing these like roses in the air like over them and things. My mom was all like, yo, so like you better have like a good like proposal thing and thing. I'm like, what do you expect me to like, what would you thinking I was gonna do? Throw the ring at her and be like, we getting married this Saturday? Like, no, like of course I'm gonna have, see, I'm like, but I don't want to like go all out. You know, like, I mean, I do want to go all out, but I don't want to go, like, all out. Like, I don't want to get, like, I don't know, like, I don't really know. I want it to be, like, something, like, unique, different. Like, you know, I staged, like, a kung fu fight and things, and then somehow, like, there's a sign that pops up saying, hey, such and such, marry me and stuff. And then she's all, like, I don't know, do, like, a burnout or something, or, like, do something with a car and things. Like, I don't know, do something, but I don't want to go all out. Like, I don't know, like, how, because there be like times like people like they're like, I don't want to be like, oh, we skydive off of freaking the Space Needle and then somehow we land in the water and then there's a bunch of like you know, sea animals like making it like, will you marry me, like some stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be all that, you know. But it's like also I don't know, like I want it to be unique, I want it to be different. Like, I don't know. Like, when the time comes, like, I'll think of something and things, and you guys will probably hear about it and stuff. But until then, like, yeah, I think it's just all about just finding a girlfriend to propose to. Single life is rough. Like, now, I wrote about this. I was going to make this, like, its own podcast and things. No, I'm going to talk about it now. Single life is rough. Like, you see all your friends getting into relationships, talking about relationships and stuff, and I'm just sitting there, like, on the sidelines, just, like, looking at everybody, just having fun, playing and things, getting married, having kids. I can't even count. Like, man, there's so many kids from my school that had kids themselves. Like, I'm like, that is crazy. Like, kids getting married, kids having kids. Like, I was like, well, now adults having kids and things. But just recently, it was like, well, I don't know. Like, I would say we were like internet friends. Like, we liked each other's posting things, but I wouldn't say that, like, we were, like, best of friends. I don't even really could. Like, I mean, like, like I say, internet friends, but, like, real life friends. Like, we didn't really talk that much and things, but, no, it was, like, I just had, like, an internet friend not too long ago get married. There was, like, a few other friends of mine, like, they getting married, getting into relationships and stuff. I'm like, dang. Then having kids, I'm like, that's just the crazy part. Like, that's seriously just the crazy part of things. I don't know, I thought, like, honestly, like, that's always, like, what crossed my mind. I'm like, man, if I end up, like, on Teen Mom or 16 or pregnant, like, not myself, but, like, you know, as the co-star of the mom and things, like, yeah, I end up on there alone. Like, somehow, like, I end up having a kid and things. I don't even think that's possible, but anyways. No, I know there are people trying to say, like, oh, it's possible for a man to get pregnant. Look at the pregnant man. I'm like, well, because the man, he used to be a woman, but he was still, like, you know, he did that transition to become a man and stuff. I feel like people, they only be doing that type of stuff for attention. Like, the pregnant man, really? Like I know, like that was just like the most clickbaiting, like article story that you want to call it, because it was like the man he was a woman before, he got pregnant somehow, and then he transitioned into a man, and then that's like yeah when he started like noticing that he was pregnant and things. But I'm like, why do people, like, he knew what he was doing. Because I think he was overall trying to act surprised. Like, oh, I didn't even know I was pregnant. Like, you knew what you were doing. You knew you were going to end up on Dr. Phil, Oprah, whatever show he was on at the time. But it's like, come on, bro. Like, you do, like, yeah, come on, bro. Because you a man now. So I'm like, yeah, come on, bro. You knew what you were doing, all right? Because it's like, that's something like that you just don't, like, oh, just let it just slide, or just let it, like, you don't just, like, just get pregnant and things and then just decide I'm gonna transition, like, or, like, it's just something that you're supposed to know about, like, like, that's something where it's like, it happens and things, but I'm like, yeah, he had to have that plan written out. Like, you don't just let something like that just like, oh, I didn't know I was pregnant. Like, I just decided I was just gonna take a pregnancy test to see if my if the women parts still worked, or if they just disintegrated into dust and things. And like, nah, it's like they had to know. It was just like, it's like stuff like that, and then the Octomom. Like, I feel like the Octomom, like, I feel like her case is like a case where it's like you don't know if that stuff is gonna happen or not, because that was like, dang, when they showed her stomach, bro, I was like, yo, that ain't even normal. Like, that's just not normal at all. Like, you get your stomach that big, like, that was like, she had pretty much like a full teen, like, she had like a 12, 13-year-old kid hiding off up in her stomach. But somehow it was 8 babies, because yeah, it was Octomom, I think it was like 8. Yeah, I think, yeah, I did my math right, but yeah, I was like, that's crazy, man. That's seriously crazy. I know it was like a lot of those shows. She should have been like, it should have been the Pregnant Man, the Octomom, because what, it was like, there's like a bunch of those like family shows was being a thing at one point. Because what, it was like the Duggar family or something. Like, they had like 20 kids and counting or something like that. Why, like, what's the reason? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people be doing that type of stuff, like, for clout, for attention and things. Like, listen, alright? I don't mind having, like, like, 1, 2, like, maybe 4 kids or something. Probably 5 will be pushing it. But once I'm, like, past 5, I'm like, yo, like, we gotta chill now. Like, this is too much. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, overall, like, I feel like if it's easy to have, like, that one kid and, like, the kid's taken care of and things, grows up, does, like, everything, correctly, doesn't do bad in life, then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we can have another kid. And it's like, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to wait until, like, 18 until the other kid. Like, overall, I kind of, like, want the kids to be in the same, like, age group and stuff, so it can, like, they can remain close with each other and things. Because I don't know, like, I mean, it's like me and my sister, we're close, but there's like a massive like age difference. She's 7 years older than me, so she was like well into high school and stuff. But it's like, I just feel like that there's like that block like between like the older sibling and the younger sibling, especially if it's like a younger, like if it's like, yeah, I think if it's like an older sister and then a younger brother, I feel like I don't know, it kind of depends though. Because it's like, if y'all just grew up fighting, then that's probably gonna be like your whole lives. Like, y'all gonna grow up like just like y'all gonna still be getting into arguments and stuff. 80-something years old still. I already know, me and my sister, we're gonna probably be like 70s, 80s, swinging canes at each other. I'm like, we could take this back to when we were kids, because I don't care. I'm like, I just took my medication, I swing this cane on you so hard. Like, I already know it's gonna probably end up being like that. She's gonna take a walker. Like, she gonna, like, take the brakes off, rolling into my back. I ain't fell down. I ain't swing. Got my cane. I'm like, nope. And now I'm like, I gotta, like, make the cane longer. I'm gonna get one of those canes where you make it longer. Because I'm like, no, I'm gonna just straight up just swing that mess, catch her by her ankle, and just yank it. I'm like, nah, we both going down, all right? We're gonna both lay here, and we're gonna take a nap. We're gonna wake up and act like nothing happened, all right? But nah, it's like, it's just, I feel like that there's just like that block, like, there's like that, just like that age difference. Like, they just like that older sibling, just they don't see too highly. Like, you gotta like try to impress the older sibling or something. That wasn't going for all that. I'm like, nope. I'm like, I ain't doing no impressing anybody, all right? Especially, I'm like, that's, nah. I'm like, I wasn't with that. I wasn't with like, me and my sister, we overall, like, did hang out and things, but that whole, like, trying to, like, oh, let me see what you're doing. Let me be all underneath you and stuff. Because, some, like, younger siblings are like that, but me, I was like, nah, man. I was like, you do your thing, I do my thing. Like, that was overall, like, even when it was, like, I remember when it was, like, summer vacations. Like, babysitting, my sister babysitting me, no. We watched out for it, like, we watched out for ourselves. But if something went down, we did where the other ones. Like, people knock on the door, bruh. Like, we would be saying, I don't even know what we were hiding from. Like, we were just kids and stuff. Like, it wasn't even nothing to hide from and things. But, no, like, somebody knock on the door, we'll just be, we'll be, in different rooms, like, looking at each other and stuff. Like, y'all see, like, you see anything? Like, you look out the peephole. Like, no, you look out the peephole. I'm like, man, I'm too short. Like, you taller than me. You look out the peephole and stuff. Jump. Like, here, like, get the stool. Get the, like, we've been having, there's this purple stool that we've had, like, that, man, that stool, I've sat on that stool. I played video games on that stool. Like, that's just a family stool. Like, that's a stool. I'm like, no, it's like if there's like a, like, yeah, I might have to take that stool when I move out. Like, I'm like, no, that stool is mine. I ain't had one too many memories with that stool, alright? Like, I ain't sat there and kicked my feet up on it, then ate popcorn on it. Like, that stool, that's a family. Like, I feel like, I don't know, out of everybody, I probably had the most memories with that stool. Because I remember when I was a kid and I can, like, put my legs underneath the stool and things. And I can just be, like, sitting there, like, just, like, I don't know, drawing or something. Like, just doing something. Just what kids do. Kids don't even really know what they doing, but they doing something, alright? But, yeah, it was like, man, that stool. I had some memories with that stool. I'm gonna have to ask my mom for that stool when I move out. She gonna overall probably think it's weird. My mom be questioning people, though. She don't trust it. She be having trust issues and things. Because I don't know. But I can see why. Like, it's like when certain things happens. Like, I just felt like that you gotta question a person. Like, it's like, there's times, like, I ain't asked her about stuff, she didn't question me about it and things, and now we done got into an argument over some stuff. I'm like, man, I just want to know if I could go outside for a couple of minutes. Why a couple of minutes? You can't go out there for, like, how come it can't be a few minutes? How come you gonna go out there for only 2 minutes? Like, it's like stuff like that where it's like, it gets brought up in my family and things. Like, we gotta question each other and stuff. Next thing you know, I got too loud and I'm getting yelled at and things. That's why I'm all like, yeah, arguments in my family, it led us. I think my sister and my mom and my dad, me and my mom and me and my sister, I don't know, me and my dad, we've never gotten into an argument, which is good. Like, I don't know, I'm overall scared to argue with him, because I'm like, it's just, I don't know, I wouldn't want to, like, put that pressure on the both of us. We've never gotten into an argument. He's yelled at me before. But I feel like, yeah, me and my dad, we've never gotten into an argument, which is good. Like, wow, I can't even think of a time when we got into an argument. That is honestly good. Shout out to me and my dad. Like, that's, yeah, you know, like, even like, yeah, I don't want no arguments to happen. Like, I overall agree. Like, we agree with each other. Like, me and my dad, I feel like overall, like, you know, we see how we are with, like, others and stuff, like, you know, like my sister and my mom and things. We've seen how we are, because I've argued with my mom, I've argued with my sister, I've argued with friends. I pretty much like argued with a lot of people and stuff, co-workers, customers. But it's like never my dad, which is cool. Like, me and my dad, we be having like some father and son moments and stuff. I remember one thing that always stuck out was when he said that he wished I was like his brother growing up. Like, as a kid, like, when somebody, like, when, especially your dad, when they say something like that to you, that's like winning an award. Like, I felt like I won something here. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I, like, shout out to my dad, first off, for giving me that compliment. Like, he said that to me, I'm like, dang, man. Like, I'm like, what? Like, man, that's some dope stuff right there. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, that's a compliment I'm never gonna let down. I'm like, hey, well, you know what? My dad, even though I'm his son, he wished I was his brother. All right, so that can't be top. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say, that can't be top. But what else? This is gonna probably be my longest podcast ever. It's actually pretty just dope, just sitting down, just talking about random stuff. I'm just gonna probably just do this from now on, just like random talkings. Like overall, I have like other stuff that I'm gonna talk about and things, but just random talkings, just talking about just some random stuff and things. But anyways, what else can I talk about? Freaking, can I talk about shoes? Like, I don't know. Just recently, I bought me some Jordans. I don't know how I feel about them because they're different colors and stuff. Like one's like the toe part of it is red, and then the other side of it is blue. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Overall, I like them. I wore them. I'm like, but then I seen these other ones. They were black, and they had like this like glowing green on the bottom. I'm like, man. So that's the type of stuff I don't like. I don't like when I see shoes afterwards. Don't you just hate when you do that? You buy something, and then you see something afterwards, and you like, I wish I would have bought that. How come that wasn't there? Everything else was there, but that wasn't there. I remember I did that with these one Jordans. I bought these. It's like these like prototype React Jordans and things, and I go over to there's like these 3 sneaker locations that I go to. I go to the Nike store, the Champ store, and the Foot Locker store. So I went to the Champ store, and they had these reflective infrared 6s. You mean, I was like, and I already had like the black infrared, the original OG infrared 6s. Here's the reflective infrared 6s. And now it's just all like, I was just so upset that I'm all like, I'm like, I just bought these shoes. Overall, yeah, nice shoes and things, but I'm like, are you serious? Like, nobody couldn't have called, warned me about this? Like, I thought, like, all my friends, I thought we were friends here. Like, I know you guys know how much I'm into sneakers. And y'all do this to me. Alright, bet. And I'm like, don't you ever ask me for anything. Like, I'm like, that's to all my friends. Because I'm like, y'all know them shoes had to been up there. But no. I ain't gonna blame my friends. I ain't gonna do that. No, I ain't gonna blame them. There ain't no reason to blame them. It's like I feel like, yeah, my friends they got one too many things to be worrying about in their life. Like I said, I got friends out here having kids. They ain't got time to be over here texting me. If there was a friend of mine, there's all like they have a kid, and there's all like, oh yeah, forget my kid. I just text you to let you know about some shoes. I'm like, no, like you got a whole human being, okay, relying on you. Like don't you do nice things for me and then don't do nice things for them? Like, no, that's, I can't have that. No. But, anyways, I think that's all I can really think about right now that I can just talk about on top of my head. Like, I tried to, like, kind of, like, keep this, like, an improv comedy type thing, but also just, like, random talking. And that's overall who I am. Like, I'll just think of something random to just talk about just right on the spot. I know that I didn't start at least, like, 5 conversations in this podcast and didn't even finish it. So I apologize on that, but hey, it is what it is. I can't even think of anything else to say. I'm over here like using old black man sayings and stuff. I'm already an old black man, and it's like I haven't even became an old black man yet. Like I've just hung around like one too many like old black men, and I picked up stuff from what they said. Like it is what it is. Like I even said it in like the old black man voice. Like they talk like when they talk like that, then it's just like, okay, well. It's like that's yeah. No, there's like one more thing I want to talk about. There was a time I was in I was going to work one morning. Old black dude, I think he asked me for $1 at first. I'm like, nah, bro, sorry man, I ain't got it. And he was like, well, you know what? He's like, don't marry any white women. All right, stay away from the white women, bro. It is 7 a.m. Okay, on a gloomy day. In Seattle, I'm smack dead in the middle of Seattle. I don't even think I took a nap on the bus that day. I can't remember if I did or not. But overall, like, naps in the morning on the bus, they just not too, like, I don't fall asleep until I'm, like, in Seattle and stuff. And so, anyways, yeah, I don't get that much sleep on the bus. But I'm like, bro, it is not the time to be giving me white women advice. If I want to marry a white woman, please, I will not, like, I promise you, all right, I will not invite you to that wedding. But don't, like, it's too early in the morning to be giving me advice like that. Way too early. And I'm sitting there trying to, like, walk away, like, like, you kind of, like, try to, like, step away and things. And I'm like, I was slowly doing that. Like, I was taking baby steps away from this man. And he's still trying to talk. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, man, I'm like, that was, like, the first and last time I seen him. That's, like, how it is with some people downtown Seattle. You'll see some crazy ones. See them doing some weird stuff. I just seen the guy the other day. I went, what Jordans that? But yeah, I bought the freaking React Jordan 1s. This guy, he was sitting there. I think he was getting into an argument with his reflection. Because I'm like, that dude was seriously kicking at a random, like, glass, like, it was, just some random glass, a part of this building and things, or some store. And he's, like, kicking and yelling at things. I just kept it going. I just looked for it. I kept it going. I'm like, I ain't gonna beef with that man. There ain't no reason to beef with that man. I have no problems in waiting. I'm like, whatever your reflection said, you guys stand up for yourself, alright? Don't you let your reflection just say things about you. I'm like, honestly, his reflection said something, so he had every right to defend himself. So, anyways, but no, I was like, okay, I did say I was gonna tell like one last story, but I just a bonus story. All right. So, anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Probably do another random talking at some point in time. I don't know exactly what. I'll probably think of something. But anyways, probably like, I don't know. I'd still try to keep it like an improv comedy type thing. But also just randomly rambling and stuff about some random stuff. So anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, wherever you're watching this on and listening to this on. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully you're enjoying this podcast, just all the episodes and everything. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening or watching. Peace.